So is the Jamboard visible to you?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Fine. So we have, I think, 3 or more set of questions in this class to construct the regular expressions. Then we'll see the relation between the regular expression and epsilon NFA. So I think talking to the examination point of view, they will ask you to, they will ask either the regular expression to generate, this is one of the way, or else they will give you the regular expression to construct the epsilon NFA. So some basic learning is required in constructing. Later we can go for. Okay. So here it is given in the question that is a power n b power m such that the number of a's are represented with n, that is should be 4 or more. Minimum 4 and maximum can be anything. What about the number of b's is represented with m is? I think it is less than or equal to 3. You have to remember the maximum value of m has to be equal to 3 or else less than that. So 0 number of b's, 1b, 2b, maximum is what? 3b. More than 3 b's, not more than 3 b's. That is the meaning, right? So, and we know that number of a's constraint is what? 4 or more. So 4 or more, how do you write number of a's? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 or more means either 4 or more. So this can be accomplished with this. A star means minimum length is 0. So 4. Maximum can be anything. So that 4 or more.
Excuse
And
me, ma'am.
yes?
Ma'am, there are people waiting to join.
Okay, wait. So be punctual from the next class onwards. After 5 minutes, I'll stop admitting the students. Okay. So here the maximum value of A is, minimum value of A is 4, maximum can be anything because n is greater than or equal to 4, more than 4 also acceptable. So 4 or more. But that is not the same in the aspect of B, that is A's are followed with B's, right? I don't need to include any plus here. So A's are followed with B's. So, but there is a restriction with the length of the B here. Maximum length has to be itself 3. Remaining all less than, you see, the length of B is always less than or either equal to 3. So not more than 3 B's. So how we have accomplished yesterday, not more than 3 A's, not more than 3 B's, right? So 0 B also, right? So I have to go with epsilons. 1 B or 0 B. 2 B's, that is again epsilon plus B. Again you have epsilon plus B. Epsilon plus B. So if you have any doubt in this area, please, especially with not more than 3 B's. See, it will accept any length. Only maximum length of this is 3. It will accept length 0, length 1, length 2. Maximum is 3 length. Means B, B, B. If you want that B to occur, only 2 B's, take these two, leave this as epsilon. If you want only 1 B, any one of the B you take, remaining you take epsilons. So that is the concept. Understood, I think? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me go to the next question. So here the question is, number of A's mod 3 equal to 0, but your string belongs to both. You have A's as well B's. In your string, you should get anything, A's, B's, but only restriction on the length of A. The length of A's has to be what? Mod 3 equal to 0. Means multiples of 3. 3 are more, but that more is multiples of 3. So 3, 6, 9, like that. No constraint on B. So, and there is no constraint on whether you have to start the string with A or you have to start the string with B. Any string is acceptable, but make sure that only the length restriction on A is mod length of A mod 3 is 0. So in this case, I will just do like this. 3 A's I will write. And then I will have a multiple of them, right? So you don't have any constraint like this, A power n, B power n, like that, right? If this is the constraint, only A's has to come first, after that only B's. But you don't have constraint like that. Either it can be with A or it can be with B. So 3 mod 3 also 0. 0 mod 3 is also 0. So that's why star. Even 0 mod 3 is also 0, right? So even you have the length 0 also acceptable. But what about the length of B? So length of B, no constraint wherever it occurs. So empty places I will start filling. If I write B, B, B and then B here, is it correct?
No, ma'am.
No, because it will accept the length one by default. So what I have to do, by default, this string is going to start with B, but we don't have any constraint. The string has to only start with B. It can start with A also. So for that, what I have to do is I can include star. Means I can start with A also. 0 or more, right? This will accept with B also, or else it will accept with A also. So like that, since I don't have length constraint over B, put the stars for B. Clean stars for B. So what does it mean? So the length of B, no issue, and wherever you include the B, not a problem. But I had a length on A, this will always have multiples of 3. Multiples of 3. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let's go to next frame. Okay. Do not end with 0, 1. Over 0, 1. So here the string belongs to what type of alphabets? Zeros and ones. String belongs to zeros and ones. And do not end with 0, 1. It should not end with 0, 1. So this 0, 1 is a hint to you here. If it doesn't end with 0, 1, it can end with 0, 0. It can end with 1, 0. It can end with 1, 1. Right? End with. What about starting? It is already given. The strings of zeros and ones. I don't bother. What is the pattern it follows? So strings of zeros and ones, how do I write? So I will write like this. Strings of zeros and ones, I will write like this. Any length, whatever you want, the combinations, either it start with 0, any combinations, or start with 1, after 0, 1, after 1, 0, it will agree. I don't any bothering of how to start a string, but I should not end with 0, 1. Then what I have to end with? Then I can end with 0, 0, or I can end with 1, 0, or I can end with 1, 1. Anything is acceptable. So any doubts in this?
No, ma'am.
No.
Fine. Okay, going to the next frame. Okay. So here, I think there is a pattern given for the length, the language. regular language, L is equal to V, U, and then V, where I think both UV belongs to the alphabets AB. So there are two different, this language contains the set of values here. Each is a string. V is a string and U is a string. This V is also set of all alphabets ABs and U is also set of all alphabets ABs. But there is a length restriction over V. That is, what is the length restriction? It will accept only the length of 2 of A's and B's. We know that length 2 of A's, B's are what? AA, AB, BA, BB, right? So mod V has to be always length 2. So what about U then? What about U? It can accept any length of A's and B's. A's or B's. So any length in the sense star. Minimum one length means plus. So I don't have any constraint with U length, but I had a constraint with length 2. I had a constraint with length 2. So what I can write then? I can write AA, AB, BA, and BB or BB. Anything of this is acceptable. So this is V, this is U, and again one more V comes here. Again one more V, which is nothing but the same fellow. Will you include? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
And I'll just stop it here explaining about regular expressions. So if you get any doubt in solving the regular expressions, a language is given to you, please refer your previous year question papers. If you get any such question, a language is given where you cannot construct a regular expression, please bring it to my notice. In the next upcoming classes, if anything possible, I'll just do it. Fine. So it is your job. Probably I cannot solve all the 50 problems, all the 100 problems here. I can give you the pattern of problems, however it is possible. If you get a different pattern or different kind of example which you cannot solve on your own, you can bring it to my notice. I will just solve it and post it to you. Fine. Next. Especially with respect to automata, you have to put effort. You have to put your pen down and then solve, or else lot of doubts once you sit in the examination hall. So here, I think the next session for the relationship between your DFA, NFA, epsilon NFA, and regular expression. See, we the last module itself we have constructed, right? A DFA I have given means, I mean, there is a combination between DFA and epsilon NFA. I have provided you epsilon NFA that you have that we have converted that into DFA. And for every DFA, you exist. I mean, NFA exists. So this is also possible, converting from DFA to NFA and then NFA to DFA. But when it comes to regular expression, I told you that any language accepted by DFA, NFA, and then epsilon NFA is a regular language. But in this, especially in your syllabus, you don't have any relation between regular expression and an NFA, but it is indirectly related to through DFA. The regular expression is indirectly related to NFA through DFA. So, now as of now, the languages what we have seen is regular languages which is accepted by DFA, and those languages we have constructed regular expression. Now we should know for the regular expression. See, from a language, you know how to construct a DFA for a language, right? So from a language, we have constructed regular expressions right now. Till now we have constructed. Now, if I provide you regular expression, you should know how to construct epsilon NFA. So that is what our job right now. Fine? Okay. So what is the topic? Obtaining the regular, epsilon NFA we have to obtaining epsilon NFA from regular expressions. Okay. So there are some basic guidelines that you have to follow. Suppose we know that phi is a regular expression. Epsilon is a regular expression. A is a regular expression. B is a regular expression. A plus B is a regular expression. AB is a regular expression, right? And then AB means A into B. And then the same thing, A plus B whole power star. You have to be very, very careful when the clean closure occurred. It's a self star. Clean closure means what? 0 or more. 0 or more occurrences of the same, right? So how do you write 0 or more occurrences of the same? It's a clean closure, self loop. So now we have to go on all those things. So how do you construct a epsilon NFA for phi? Because phi is a regular expression. What do you mean by phi actually? Empty language, right? Not an empty string. Empty string is epsilon. So for an empty language, so nothing. So how do you construct an epsilon NFA is there is a Q naught and there is a final state. I will represent it with QF. There won't be any transition. That is called phi. You can know that. So even in case of epsilon NFAs, NFAs, we have included the null set where we don't had a transition. Right? So that is what. So this is the epsilon NFA construction for phi. It's not much important. Just have a knowledge of it. Okay. So then how do you construct an epsilon NFA for epsilon? It's very simple. Even epsilon is also a transition, right? This is the final state. So even epsilon is also a transition. Suppose how do you construct an epsilon NFA for A? How do you construct an epsilon NFA for B? Fine. I hope there is no doubt as of now.
No,
Right? Okay. I'll just clear it. Now let us see how basic machine construction I will do. After that, I will take an example and do. How you do it for two languages. Suppose I have two languages for the regular expression R1. So this is the language for regular expression R1. This is the language for the regular expression R2. R2. So I will accomplish this fellow with the machine 1. I will accomplish this language with machine 2. For example, I will just tell you here one thing. There is one language called A. There is one more language called B. This is one regular expression. This is one regular expression. Right? So now I will just go on with accepting this with two machines. The machine 1 accepts only number of A's. Take A power n, B power n, something like that. The machine 2 accepts only number of B's. So how do you write that is, it is represented like this. The state Q1, it belongs to machine 1, where its final state is F1. its final state is F1. And I will take one more machine with state Q2, the machine M2, and then the next final state is F2. See, remember we are constructing epsilon N of A. We are constructing epsilon N of A, right? So now overall state, initial state, see, let me take plus. Either this is acceptable, this language, so I can easily say no, A plus B. How do you write epsilon N of A for A plus B? It's very simple. A plus B. Either A is acceptable or B is acceptable, right? Plus means what? Either or that. So this is accepting A, which is nothing but L of R1, the language of regular expression R1, that is called A. This machine is accepting B, that is L of R2. I can take any path, right? So this is my start state. I can go here to accept A. I can go here to accept B. So this is my common final state. I can come here. This is my final state. Can you tell me, any one of you, who are there in this path?
Epsilon.
Very good. Epsilons. Because I'm not consuming anything, so it never affects the value. Since I'm constructing epsilon N of A, the empty transition will have an epsilon. Because without consuming anything, I may accept either A or else I may accept either B. So this is the way how you construct A plus B. And you have two languages. It could be A plus B or else it could be AB plus A plus B star. Anything. I don't bother. But remember AB on the top, A plus B star on the bottom. AB on top, A plus B star on the bottom. So plus in the sense you should have two paths like this. So now I'll just, for the same example, L of R1 plus R2, I will go with an example what is called A plus B. I think it's very simple. So Q naught. How do you write Q naught? Here I will take Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, and then Q5. So this is my final state. So same A plus B, how do you construct? So this is A, this is B, remaining fellows are epsilons, right? So this is also epsilon. I hope you understood how to draw A plus B. Fine. Now I will straight away go with A plus B star with this, because A plus B star. So how do you write A plus B star? I think this frame is not sufficient to me. So do I need to go with basic machine and then come with example? I think you understood the basic skeleton. So how do you write A plus B star? I told you, for a clean closure, the representation is something like this. Q naught I am writing L of R1 star. The language, whatever you want to accept, but it has a clean closure. Q naught so as usual mission Q1 M and then F. So this is the state. This is the state. And take this as epsilon. Maintain a self loop. Maintain the self loop and take a final state QF. So here also you had an epsilon. You go to final state on epsilon. Can you tell me the reason why I'm going to the self loop is okay? Because A plus B star, either A or B, whatever it is. I'll construct this later, A plus B star. Just consider this for A star, at least. A star. What do you mean by A star? Length 0, more than that. So if I didn't give any input, also the machine accepts the input, right? If I didn't give any input also, the machine is going to be in the acceptable state. That's why epsilon directly to final state. So I didn't give any input, 0 input. A star is agreeing, it will go to final state. Or else, this is the one who is going to accept A1, A2, A3 length, A4, A5, A6. Clear with this? Clean closure structure? One is
Yes.
self, yes? One is self loop. One more is directly to the final state. So with this, how do you write A plus B star? What is A plus B structure? Okay. Take a state 0. A plus B structure, let us go. One second. Since I have to give directly to the final state. This is 1. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. So 7 is your final state. Even here, what is A plus B? I'm just constructing for A plus B star. So this is A or this is B. This is A, just A plus B. A plus B star is, you had a self loop. Self loop with what? Epsilon. This is also epsilon. Epsilon. Apart from A and B, remaining all has to be epsilon. And see, A plus B star for 0 length, I have to do this. For 0 length, straight away from my start state, I will go to the final state. For 1 length, 2 length, 3 length and all, this I may go here or I may go here, A plus B. Either I will go with number of A's or number of B is also possible here. 1 B, come here, next B. Come here with epsilon, next B. Like that, 1A, again I may choose this path for number of A's. Fine. Have you understood A plus B structure? A plus B whole star structure for epsilon NFA?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let it be till here for today. A few more structures were there. I think I'll do it in the next class. Along with that, there is one more important theorem called the Clean's theorem, where one way we have seen right now. What is that? A regular expression given. I mean, automata I have given, the language I have given, regular language I have given. You have constructed regular expression. Now, for the regular expression, we have to construct epsilon and FA. After that, from the regular expression, we haven't, from the finite automata, we haven't get any regular expression. So that is called Clean's theorem. I will give you DFA pictorial representation. For that, using the Clean's theorem, we have to construct the regular expression. Okay. So I think it will take a few more classes for that. Let me stop it over here. 1 second.